people? Welcome to the Gossip Wine podcast, our season finale, last episode for this season. You know,
I can't believe it passed so fast though. Like I was just like, what when?
yeah, it went by fast. Like we knocked it out. We did. I think we did good this season, and we ended it on with like I think a good topic that people need to hear because summer is here. It's
She's
still in
been
a relationship.
calling and you won't replying. So yeah.
yeah. So today our topic is changing for somebody. Like
Yep. Yeah, that's really like good topic that we want to talk for a while now. And if you guys new to the channel or our RSS audience, subscribe, hit notification buttons. We release episodes every week. And while we're going to be on the break after finale for like about 2 weeks, you guys have plenty of time to catch up on all the episodes you missed out. We're going to be posting recaps on YouTube for you just like to check out your favorite episodes. And we're going to come back swinging with the season 3 real soon. So going back to like changing for someone, what why do you think we like constantly trying to change for someone, or like we trying to change someone? Like where does it come from?
I think it comes for the sense of like you find a person and you're like, yo, this is my person and I want to be with this person. So you want to change, like you don't want to change everything about yourself, but you want to change things that might hurt this person. And you want to like change your ideas to match up with this person. Like not 100%, but okay, you can understand where this person is coming from. You change it in that sense. And then sometimes change can be healthy and sometimes change can be bad. The person can want you to change for the better or for the worse,
Right, but let's talk about toxic, like, because I don't like rarely map people who was just like, oh yeah, he wants me to change. I don't know, like quit my worst job ever and like get a new one. Everybody's like talking, oh, like she or he doesn't allow me to see my friends, or like toxic behavior, like why we're trying to change someone or why someone is trying to change us. Like as you said, like you met a person, right? So like you like the person, not something that you want to change. So why do you want to change in terms of like, if it's already like you claiming that that's the person you like, a whole piece makes zero sense.
Yeah, because I mean, sometimes I look at it as like, so if you like a person, you like them for them, who
Right.
they are,
Mm.
that's what it is. You have to like that person for who they are. I mean, yeah, the person you can tell them like, hey, I don't really appreciate this or I don't like this, and it's up to that person to be like, okay, well, maybe I can do this to make you feel more appreciated for it. But like I said, if you like that person for that person, you have to like them for their flaws and everything, not just not just things that you pick out certain things. Oh, I don't like this about you. I don't like that about you. You like
Right.
them for who they are.
But I agree with you on like good terms of like changing for better, making like uplift people and try to, uplift them to the point where like, I don't know, more healthy lifestyle, higher goals, like give that confidence that sometimes we kind of lack, yeah, in like, whatever, like in daily routine, because routine eats us up. So it's very nice to have a person who's like, yeah, I don't know, let's go for a run. That's what I would say. I don't know, or like if you don't like the job, quit it, and we can do it together. Like I can help you out, or like even not like physically help you out, but like even like boosting like the confidence of the person. I think it's very important because there's so many factors daily that puts us down. So that person like who you have who's uplifting you, it's not necessarily, it's awesome if you have a partner like that, and I think you should thrive to get the kind of person next to you. But like also
Yeah,
don't forget that you have families or friends who have their best interests in you, and like they speak of place of love. And I think that's also important to seek if you're single, right? To go to that people, not like on Tinder and just like, oh, you're beautiful. I was like, okay. Or you're beautiful and funny. I was like, oh fuck, I'm so tired of that. Like the other day, like I was just like, this is stigma. It's such old. Like who even use this anymore? But like, I think the bad like change, where it's like, as I said, I think that's the most common, where females don't allow other like guys, their boyfriends or husbands or whatever, like see female friends. I think that comes either from insecurities of the person or from the past of the partner, where he or she might fuck up before. So that could be the issue. But again, it's all insecurities. And I don't know if I would ever like stay with a person who cheated on me. Like, most likely no. But then, it's always like different. I mean, if I'll be Beyonce, Jay-Z, and we had like a bunch of business together, so that kind of works, worth working towards. But yeah, I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, change. Like I said, it can be good or bad.
Like,
I don't think that like.
Have you changed for somebody yourself, like throughout, like bad or good? Let's start with bad.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so what was the toxicity of like you trying to change someone, or someone is trying to change you?
So like this was like years ago when I used to live in Japan. My ex-girlfriend that I was talking to at the time, she was like super, I don't know, she was like super into social media, right?
Right.
And like, she's like, you don't post me, you don't do this, you don't do that. And I'm like, it's because I don't really like people all in my business, like, know whoever. It doesn't really, like, these people, it's like social media. I was like, yo, I don't really fuck with it. Like, I don't care, you know? And, so I started to post more stuff for her. And then it started getting to the point where she's like, okay, now you have all these girls liking your post. And I'm like, I don't know, what's Instagram or Facebook for, people like posts. And then she's like, oh, and then she's like, okay. It was just weird. And then she started like adding all these guys. And I'm like, yo, I stopped adding people. I stopped doing all this. I changed. I start posting all this, and you start doing this crazy shit. So like, I don't understand this. So I feel like it was for the worst. Like, I'm like, yo, this girl's batshit crazy.
Like, that is like, makes zero sense. Like, for me personally, like, so you have to post me, but then all the girls like in your likes, and then I can add dudes. Yeah, that's toxic right away. I don't know. It just doesn't it doesn't have any logic, like, I don't know, for instance, like, I don't want you to like see female friends because I'm insecure of you cheating on me, this is the most common thing. But then, yeah, you cannot allow to do anything, but I can like, have dudes in my DMs or whatever, like.
Yeah, so with her, like, she would like FaceTime her ex-boyfriend. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? It doesn't make sense. Like, yo, if I did some shit like that, you go crazy. Like, she would do this, and I'm like, yo, I don't do that. I could be disrespectful, but I don't do that. But she asked me to change and all this other stuff, and she was just like she was super toxic. Like, I would go see her every weekend, like 5 hours away. I would have to take a train or a plane. I would go see her, right?
That's very
every
determined
weekend
for a toxic relationship.
Yeah, I was a determined person, but like, she was just so toxic. She was like, you need to change this, you need to change that. And I'm like, yo, what are you gonna change about yourself? Like, I can't. She couldn't change the fact that she's like fucking crazy. Like, I wouldn't say crazy, but like, she was she was a hypocrite. That's what she was. She was a fucking hypocrite.
Yeah. Well, I would agree on just in general, like, that's not healthy. And I think relationship is something, any relationship, right? Like, it's something where you go and you feel good, especially if like the person you love on all levels, not just platonic, but physical, you live together, whatever. This is supposed to be a place where you go and you feel home and you relax. There's not supposed to be a place that you go and you have even more stress after like all the like outside world like pressing on you daily. I don't know. So for me, it's just like, yeah, just not something I would want to for myself, because it's exhausting. Every single time you have to prove yourself to the person that you kind of, with. Like, why do I have to prove myself? Like, we're in this together. And especially in terms of like hypocrisy, I was like, the fuck? Nope. Bye.
Yeah. So what about you? Like, have you had this bad? You changed for the worse?
Yeah, definitely. That was probably the first like and only like long-term relationship. Like, well, I was like 17 when we started dating, and uh, yeah, within like half a year, I didn't have any friends. Not because I was like forbidden to have friends overall, but he never wanted to hang out with my friends, right? And obviously, like I want to spend time with him, and we ended up just having like his circle of friends. His like we're going out like whatever, like taking vacations together, blah blah blah, like hanging out together, going on dates with his friends, hanging out with his friends, doing stuff with his friends, traveling with his friends. And by the time like we ended the relationship, I had zero friends. And literally like a few people reached out to me who I knew through like hanging out with him, you know, like some friends of friends. And like this girl, like she's my lucky seven, and till this day we're really really close friends. Like she's my bestie and she was one of the first who reached out to me, and she's like, hey, are you okay? Like I heard you guys broke up. And like I'm like happy because it turned out into like fucking beautiful friendship, right? But it's hard, and now I'm just like, what the fuck? And for good, I don't think, yeah, for good, like when I like when people give me like the food for thinking, you know. Oh yeah, like, but like still like I need to go through that myself to better myself, you know. No one can drag me into it, you know. It takes a will of your own to go through that change. But it's very nice to have, as I said in the beginning, like someone who's like uplifting you all the time. It's like, yeah, go for it, you know, like, oh, you're beautiful, but like let's go for a run, or I don't know, let's do sports, or I don't know, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
don't drink that much wine. And I was like, yeah, maybe. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's always nice. So when someone is like taking care of you, but again, like, I don't know, I don't understand when you have to like ask permission or like advise your partner, like whether you can post this or this on social media as well. Like, I can understand it, but like if I'm doing it for a reason, not because like I want like some other dicks in my DMs. No. Like if I'm with a person, like, yeah, I don't want that, but I feel myself, so like I want to show myself out. Because not like, again, not because I want dicks in my DMs, but like I was posting like last year myself in like Savage Fenty lingerie, and it got me on the website for Savage Fenty lingerie. I mean, for fuck's sake, you know. It's something that, you know, I was like, wow, I'm not a model, but I was just like playing around during the lockdown, and it got me some places. So, you know, maybe if I would continue that, if I had courage, like not courage, but like if I had energy to do like many, many pictures, maybe I would end up there, you know, like as an ambassador, like, you know, big goals, whatever. So, you know, in terms of that, especially like with social media when it brings so much shit, like good and bad. Yeah. I mean, if you're like, if dudes like lusting over my pictures, they can do like with my clothes on or in the picture from the beach. So I don't see the difference between posting picture in like lingerie, like, you know, not with my legs spread, obviously, but like, you know, showing my bum or like side boob or whatever, with me posting on the beach, because it's pretty much the same amount of body I'm showing, you know, and I just don't get it. Like, for me personally at this point. But yeah. But I do understand why dudes are like, you know, so obsessed. I wouldn't be happy if my dude would post like gray sweatpants picture. But again, if we're like good in respect, I was like, do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So I think that like change also comes within you as the person on the other end. Like if you know you used to do things in the past that you wouldn't want to do with like a partner, you should change that on your own self. You know, it's like okay, I wouldn't be out here talking to all these people, like all these girls when I'm going out with my homeboys now that I have a girlfriend, you know?
Yeah.
That stuff like those are changes that you can make on your own, which I think when you show somebody that you're changing on your own and they notice it, I think that's like the best like prize to your partner, you know. And if they're really trying, they're really doing it, they're really doing that, and it's like, damn, you know, they're doing it without me having to even ask for it.
Yeah, and I think this is what like a lot of people like, especially like insecurity, because I went through a long way with like trust issues and cheating, right? And like it just takes a lot out of my energy. And I'm just like, you know what? What I've learned throughout the years that cheating is not something that you can prevent, but it's a choice of another person to do it or not. And then that's your
Yeah.
choice, like how you react to that. Like, are you staying together? Are you working through that? Or are you just like, fuck no? But it's always a choice, and you cannot prevent some other people's choice, you know. And it doesn't like it doesn't mean like how good you look or you know like how toxic you are. It's a choice of another person. So you know you cannot again prevent it. So just let it go and hope for the best. It won't happen. But like if
Yeah.
you stay all in the lane, because you can cut off like all his like bitches in DMs, all the dudes in DMs or whatever, but then you cannot prevent it because he still going out, or you know you guys go out, and like there's so many ways. I mean, look at like we have like this celebrity examples. Like my favorite is like Tristan Thompson. I was like, how stupid you are, man. Like how stupid. But I mean, that's like example, like good example, like Jay-Z and Beyonce, you know, like you cannot prevent it. Different things like how you react in it. So I think you just have to understand that that's not something on you, and this
Yeah.
cutting off shit won't help you.
Yeah, and I always say, like, a person's gonna do what they want to do regardless. You could be in the best relationship of your life.
Exactly.
Somebody can just be like, yo, I'm gonna step out this relationship. You could like it does. Somebody's gonna do what they want to do regardless. You know. And it's like you can't change that mindset of somebody. If they think you're doing something, or if they want to do something, they're gonna do something.
Exactly. Like you cannot actually like take control of other people's life. You can just be in your lane, you know, take care of yourself, you know, and then, you know, if the person matching you or not, like regardless, make a choice, then the choice is yours. So yeah. But like, what would you never change about yourself? Like never, ever, ever, like person comes in, like it's like a beautiful human being. You just like, I can see my life together, but he's like, change this, or she, sorry. And then you just like, no.
For me, I don't think I can ever change like how friendly I am with people. You know, it's because I'm not like a mean person. You know, if I meet somebody, I'm like, hey, you know, I'm cool. I'm just friendly. I'm not like flirting, but I'm friendly. You know.
Right.
I don't think that. I don't know. Like I think that's something that I can't really change, is being friendly with people, because I feel like, you know, everybody deserves a chance to, you know, to at least like say, oh, hey, how are you doing? You know, and then, you know, you spark up a friendly conversation.
Yeah.
Which I'm like sometimes. But I don't think I can change that. It's like it's just in my nature. You know, I'm just a friendly person.
I don't
But
think you
it's
can change it, because then the person like cuts you off and you become grumpy, and then oh, I fall in love with another person. Like, yeah, bitch, you changed me. Like,
yeah, like it's a thing like where you know, there's a line you have to, like, you can't cross that line when it comes from friendly to flirting. You know, you just have to keep it friends. Like, hey, you know your role. You know.
mm-hmm.
And that's something that, you know, I don't think I can change about myself, because I'm a friendly person. I'm just nice to people. You know, but I have to, the thing that I would say, like I said, when you're being friendly with somebody, you need to let them know, like, hey, you know, I'm in a relationship and I'm not looking for that. I'm just cool with you. That's one of those things that you do have to.
Yeah. Mm.
That's something I would never change about myself. What about you?
Like I wouldn't quit what I'm doing, right? I wouldn't quit podcasts. I wouldn't quit writing. I wouldn't quit like doing something brings me joy and like helps other people like to relate or like have a conversation or like even get a little bit more knowledge. Like I wouldn't stop doing that. And if person is not okay with that, like the all of this has been with me and created, you know, by me before you came into my life. You have no right to take it away from me, you know, because like I'm really thriving when I'm doing this, you know, like I love it. So why would I, you know, no.
Yeah.
And I think like physical appearance, like which is a huge thing on social media now, right? Or like in a relationship, Like, you cannot tell me like you don't like my stretch marks, or you don't like my cellulite, or like my tummy, you know, is like something that you don't fuck with. Um, you know, like, no, because I came a long way to loving my body. And, you know, it's not like I'm lazy eating like junk food or whatever, which I wouldn't want for my body, right? Because I kind of try and take care of it. But you can like pump me out to like do more sports and everything. Like, I don't know if it's possible to do more, but okay, let's try it. But yeah, like, I don't want you to like tell me what's wrong with me, because there's nothing wrong with me. But also, you cannot like tell me what to do, like, or not to do with my body. If I feel like, oh, I want to do, I don't know, a facelift when I'm 50, you cannot say no. I was like,
Yeah.
I was doing this like story, so like quick preview. So I was born with blue eyes. Then, as my dad has green eyes, I had green eyes, like really, really beautiful ones. And my mom really wanted that like to stay with me, but they changed to like brown, and now they're hazel. I love this joke so much. And I was like trying this like contact like filter, whatever, like for green eyes. And I was like, would I rock it? Because like technically I was supposed to have them. And like a few people replied like, meh. And I was like, what is with the hating? You know, it's a hypothetical question. Oh, you look the way, like you look beautiful the way you are. I was like, I know. But if I want to dye my hair, do my nails, you cannot tell me no. It doesn't mean I want to like become another person. I want to become a better version of myself. And that makes me feel good, you know? And
Yeah, so I have something to say to that. Like, I don't think you should ever tell somebody that they need to change this on something on their body, but I do think that you can help people, you know, stop doing overboard, going overboard with these surgeries and all that
yeah,
stuff.
of course, I don't want
Like,
to do like, you know, like huge lips or like huge boobs or like fake ass. But if in future I might have babies, right? And my boobs are like getting shaggier, yeah, I want to do plastic to like, you know, make them pretty. Because they're boobs. I love my boobs
yeah,
and I want them to look pretty, you know? So like it will make me feel more confident. And I don't see the problem into that. Like, you cannot tell me no, you cannot do it.
I'm crazy when it comes to like the let me do the plastic, because I feel like women, like a lot of women see it on social media and they're like, oh, I need to change my body to match to look like this.
Yeah, this
And I'm
is what
like,
I said, like facelift after 50 years old, and
yeah,
boobs after like having children and feeding them, because you have no idea what's happening with the boobs after you feed the baby.
yeah,
Like,
and I'm saying you should change change things because
right.
you want to change it, not because society says you need to change this. Because I feel like a lot of women like they like, oh, I want this and I want that. I'm like, but you're perfect the way you are,
Yeah.
like I get it, but I mean, if you want to change it, go ahead. But I always look at it like, if you change so much and then down the line it like fails on you, you shouldn't have to like go overboard with those surgeries. I know you want to change yourself, but don't take it overboard.
Right, definitely, because I mean, it's okay, right? But like, you can talk through that, but like, obviously, I'm talking about like logical steps, you know, not because like, oh, I'm like feeling insecure about money. As I said, like, it took me a long way to, you know, become loving person of my own body fully. So obviously, yeah, I just want to like uplift it, upgrade it a little bit, like within like time. But yeah, um, and yeah, I don't think I hate when people like tell me like, oh, like your nails are too long. I'm like, fuck off. I wouldn't like change it. Like, I love my nails. I've been with them for so long. I was like, you cannot tell me. Nope, I'm gonna stay with them. Yeah, I might take them off obviously like one day, but like it's gonna be on my own terms. Like, you have no right to tell me when I can do it or not. Okay, so let's go to like last questions though. Like one we have in terms of like sex and, you know, things that are happening in the bedroom. Like, have you ever like changed something for your partner, and like, is it okay to change like completely something in your like sexual life? And have you done it, or would you have done it like in the future as a possibility?
Yeah. I mean, I've changed some things, but I think it's okay to change like that, because maybe it's something that you're experiencing it for probably for the first time. You're
Mm.
probably like, oh man, I'm gonna change this up. We can do something like this, do something like that. So yeah, I think that's like an okay change, unless it's like to the extreme. You know, I remember
Yeah,
you
I
mentioned
was
something
just
like,
about to say, be careful what you wish for, because like I know women who are like into pegging precisely, so
yeah,
I don't think like a
uh,
lot of dudes would be on board on that. I was like, that's
depending
like
on what it,
that takes another type of love to go into that.
yeah, depending on what it is, like yeah, that stuff you're talking about is a no go.
Yeah, nothing to do. Yeah, okay.
What about you though? Like, what about you?
Um, I don't know. Like, I pretty much open to try things to just see if I like it or not, right? But then I don't think I would accept a submissive partner in bedroom like all the time. We can try and play, but like I would feel like being dominant in bedroom like full time.
Yeah,
I don't think I would be okay on board with that, because I don't know. It should be like it's okay to try things, but yeah, I don't want it like full time, because I think I would get bored like super easy.
yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean,
like
you know, you can
I don't think I've changed anything in a bedroom, to be honest. I think I just evolved.
evolve. That's a better word. Evolve. Have you evolved? Yeah, yeah. That's a better word. Gee, evolve.
There are two new words: toxic and evolving. So it's just like fancy.
More tricks to your arsenal.
Yeah, but like yeah, I would definitely I'm probably the one in the relationship where like it's just like let's try this. I'm curious, So I'd be probably the one who brings like the weird stuff. But yeah, I mean, even like speaking like sex toys, like
Yeah,
not all the dudes are okay with that. Like, but as I said, like as we talked with Maggie in like Toy Story episode, like it has nothing to do with your big dick energy, whatever it is. Like it has nothing to do with it. It has to do a lot with me or like other females wanting to have a bigger and like wider, I don't know, pleasure. So more
yeah.
expand.
And there's nothing.
Evolves pleasure.
It's nothing wrong with that. I mean, like, but I mean, it's just I guess growing up, you like, oh damn, my girl got to use sex toys. Like, it's like a pride thing for men. It's like fuck. But now if you like getting older and stuff, you think about it, like, yo, this shit helps. Helps both of us out in the long run. It's not. It's
It
like
is a problem when you just like, hey babe, you wanna do some, and she was like, no thank you, I have vibrator. Yeah, that is a problem. But if she wants to add things, don't be shy. Like don't feel like something. It's like I think it's come from like immaturity, like in the early stages, when you have to like establish your like testosterone set of mind, like, but
yeah.
eventually just like, yeah, I mean, less work for you.
True.
More pleasure for her. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's just so weird. But like, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So no extreme changes, but like slight ones. Okay. But like you said, you did change something. What did you change?
Shit. What did I change? Oh, so I got the toy thing. That's what I changed because I was like, oh, this is weird, but then I'm like, oh, it's cool. It's not bad.
I mean, it shows like another level of relationship, I think, because like for us to share our toys with you in our like common space, it takes not courage, but it takes like feeling of being comfortable with the person, like and explaining how we want to have it. And yeah, that's really cool.
Like
Okay,
you said,
so
it's like less.
huh?
Like you said, it's like less work for the guys. You're like, oh, cool. It's cool.
Okay, so bottom line, it's good to change for something better. Don't change or settle for something less. You personally like trying to change it a lot, fuck that, because they have to like you for who you are at the moment they met you. And then obviously we're all changing, evolving, fancy word, throughout like years and like even months and even days. But yeah, just don't go to extremes. Like don't try to change someone for yourself. Try to negotiate like, what can you both do better for each other. I
Yeah,
think
come to a comment.
yeah. Just talk. For fucking sake, talk. Anyways, I think that was a really good episode for finale. You guys, if you have been changing for someone or trying to, or tried in the past to change someone, and you just like, yeah, damn, that's toxic, leave the comment below. Tell us what you think or what you experienced or what was the most crazy thing that person told you to change about yourself. We also have a TikTok now. Damn. I feel like 15 again. But anyways, you guys leave the comments, subscribe, follow notification buttons. We will be back with season 3 shortly. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Put a thumbs up for me and Corey.
Thumbs up, please.
Yep. And yeah, like just running a little bit ahead, we're still gonna have the same name because we kind of established that one. But we're gonna have a really cool guests, like multiple guests in the season 3. And there will be probably more episodes overall. So you guys stay tuned in. We're gonna miss you for these 2 weeks, but we need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah. And with that, you know, if you guys do have some topics you want us to talk about, please leave them in those comments below, please.
Yeah, whatever, I'm on the screen. Yeah, definitely. Okay, that was the Ghosted One podcast. That was the season finale of season 2, and that's a wrap. We'll be back soon. Man, this is such a good thing.